In this video, we will talk about 5 regression Python modules that every data scientist must know. Nowadays, data scientists, they are using Python modules for regression analysis. And regression analysis is nothing but is a part of the statistical modeling. That is what we are going to discuss in this video. And I am Dr. Sridhar, inspired by the data provided by Damien Lee, PhD. He is a good scientist, a data scientist who has worked a lot in data science using Python modules. No wonder, therefore, I would like to use his views and his experience and modeling in this session. Now, if you look at the regression model is nothing but the plotting points using the scattered diagram. And using the scattered diagram, you are making it, and for this Python library is available. And using the Python library, you can do this regression model. The colored region represents 90% of the conference region of the linear regression line. Next, we talk about the regression is nothing but important concept in statistical modeling in data science and machine learning. They are using this regression modeling. It is nothing but the relationship between the independent variables for prediction purpose. Say you can y is equal to f of x, you can express and do the regression model. And other type of regression models also available. In Python, there are several libraries on regression, and according to your application, you can select any type of modules in auto mode, and thereby is a very user-friendly method. You can use the different various models on regression modeling in Python libraries and make use of that. Hence, I think this video will be very useful for data scientists. Now, number one is the polyfit of NumPy. That stands for Numerical Python. Is probably the most important and efficient Python library for most of the numerical calculations involved in arrays. In addition to several operations for the numerical calculation, NumPy has also a module that can perform simple linear regression and polynomial regression. Now, the second is nothing but the linregress of scipy. So, scipy is the Python library that stands for the scientific Python. It is the most important library for scientific computing that is used in academia and scientific industry. This library is very, very useful for statistical model, widely used in scientific research purpose. The third one is nothing but the visualise and visualise of the statsmodel. So, statsmodel library is dealing with the extension of scipy.stats module that is mainly used for fitting a model for a given data set. That is very, very important. If you are not able to fit a correct model, then whatever the conclusion you do, that will not stand good. The next is nothing but linear regression of scikit-learn. scikit-learn is one of the best Python libraries for machine learning, and it is adopted for fitting and making prediction. It gives the user different opinions on numerical calculations and statistical modeling. It is most important submodule for linear regression, and it uses the least square technique. And linear regression module appearing for statistical machine learning. Visualise module, the linear regression module, can also perform multivariate linear regression if needed. The disadvantage of linear regression model is that it does not have a summary table of the regression results as a visualise module. It forces the user to explicitly write new commands. And the next is regplot of seaborn. The seaborn Python library is a very important library for the visualization of statistical results. That is very important. Technically, it's not a library that can be used to calculate, but it is used for the visualization purpose. It can be used for graphical representation to visualize how the regression lines are available. So this is very important. So finally, let us conclude in this. It is a conclusion. This advantage of all these modules, the data scientists should know, so that which module they can make use for regression purposes. And so this will be very useful for any data scientist who are doing research, or you are doing some application on R&D projects, or they are doing any funded projects, or they are any software projects when they are using it. And these 5 modules, Python modules, whenever you are dealing with the regression, will be highly useful. So that's why this video is the latest hot cake in data science, I can call, and some parameters of linear regression explicitly, such as the Pearson coefficient. All these things can be done. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.